course, try to internally come to Gurudev when all of our senior sannyasi section are giving me so much pressure. I have to pray to Gurudev, pray to Guru Maharaj, and try to understand that I feel that they are trying to do something very serious.
Well, Guru Maharaj said,
With a sharp knife, maybe, so very quickly.
sadhu means, Saraswati Thakur said, sadhu means one who cuts sharply. But Guru Maharaj said also, in Krishna consent, we want to know if the heart, if affection is put under pressure, what will it yield? So when he talked of sannyas, golden volcano, it's mentioned. Think, Jai Bhakti Vimal Avadut Maharaj Ki Jai. There's an interesting part in the book where he says, what is the sannyas that appears to be cruel to take a child from the lap of his mother? Why the Creator make this? And is it redundant? Is it necessary? He poses all these questions, and then he goes into a section talking about how it's intimately related to separation and union in separation. And it's very interesting, and then we get to this point of when affection is put under pressure, what will it yield? So I used to wonder why in the 10th canto, when you finally get to the famous Rasa Lila pastime, it's hardly begun and Krishna vanishes. And that's very mysterious. Why? And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Krishna realizes if he will separate himself from the Vrajagopis, then their hearts will be plunged into the depths of separation. So when they're in that condition, if he will return, the type of affection that will be expressed will be hundreds and thousands of times greater. So he's doing this apparently cruel thing, separating himself from them. Those who cannot tolerate his absence, than the blink of an eye. They're cursing Brahma, the Creator, saying you don't know how to make eyes properly because they blink, and for that microsecond we don't see Krishna. And then Vishwanath starts measuring time and how, according to how long it takes for an eye to blink, and it's like 900 Tritiya or whatever, but that period feels like 900 yugas to the. So it's what Guru Maharaj calls the contraction and expansion of time and space. So again, so when affection, the pressure will increase on affection, what sort of substance will be yielded? Something superior. And this is the only way we can accept Krishna making himself absent from the devotees. Or Gurudev saying about Guru Maharaj, like, I've done everything for you, but this I cannot do. What we discussed when Guru Maharaj is leaving the world. Guru Maharaj said, please, I'm willing to do anything and everything for you, but not this. But then sometimes Guru Maharaj in his own words would say, by the ropes of affection, it's pulling the heart. Whatever plane Srila Guru Maharaj is in, Srila Gurudev is in, by the ropes of affection that we're feeling in separation, it's pulling our hearts in that direction. So it's their mercy, a merciful plan to forcibly pull us into that plane. And that's why we spoke earlier, the Vilapa Kusumasya of Raghunath Das Goswami, where he says, Vairagya Yud Bhakti Rasa Prayatne Apayayam Mam Amabit Samangam Kripam Buddhi Yat Paraduka Duki Sanatana Stram Prabhum Asrayami. A prayer of the Sanatana Goswami. He's saying, I was unwilling to drink this Vairagya Yud Bhakti Rasa. I didn't understand. Who can understand what it is. Saraswati Thakur, Saki Babu, who donated this land, Saki Charan, this land of Chaitanya Saraswat Math, was donated by one dear disciple of Srila Saraswati Thakur, who loved Guru Maharaj so much. Came here in the early days. You've heard the stories. He donated them to Yogpit and Chaitanya Math and many things, but he gave this to Guru Maharaj. He was one of the early witnesses to Srila Saraswati Thakur's coming out, because he was hidden in the Nam Bhajan and his internal thinking in Mayapur, and then he got the inspiration to come out. And as he did, one by one, he would meet people and convert them. So Saki Charan was one of the first witnesses. He said that's where Saraswati Thakur would be seen like pounding on the table, preaching to them, his face flushed, the blood rushing to his face with his excitement, which Guru Maharaj saw later, and he said, then we understood when they tell what is lotus face. Because the lotus flower has so many petals, and they're like pink going to white. If you look carefully, they go pink, white, pink, white, pink, white, pink, white. And so they would see Saraswati Thakur's face like a lotus, flushed with his intensity and enthusiasm to express Krishna conception. So Saki Charan, he said, we couldn't understand what he's talking about. He said, but what we could understand is that he was trying to forcibly make us drink some nectarine substance. That we knew.